So tell the story. That morning, you get to the prison. What are you thinking and feeling as you enter the room?
I had this picture of Brittany sitting on the table facing him. I said, "Could you look at me?" That was my opening.
Okay.
He looked at me and I said, "I want you to look at her." He did kind of look away and I said, "Look at her." And he looked over and I said, "That dress she is in is the one she was buried in because she didn't get to grow up because of you." He murdered my daughter.
Yeah.
With his bare hands. I mean, it's not a case of shaken baby syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was beat to death
Mm-hmm.
at 4 months old. I looked at him for the first time and thought, wow, you know, just not the person I knew 28 years ago. Not the same person. He was, in the best way I can describe it, an old beaten down man. He was hunched over, had aged tremendously, would not look me in the eye. I was glad to see that he has suffered. I did ask him if he knew why he was still there, and he shook his head, no. And so I told him about never missing a parole hearing. I told him about swallowing my pride and going door to door to get signatures to keep him in. And I said, you're here because of your actions, but you're still here because of mine. And he did say, "I always wondered."
Okay. What happened next?
I asked him if he remembered beating my daughter. I don't believe he answered that. I asked him how he killed her. His response was, "I did everything they said I did." I asked how long she suffered. He said the whole time.
Why did you ask those questions?
I asked them because I wanted him to feel uncomfortable. I wanted him to think about what he did, and I wanted him to put it into words. But I did not realize at that time that his answers didn't really matter to me. I mean, it truly, things he didn't answer, I just kept going because it didn't matter what his answers were. What mattered was that I just got all this out. All the questions that I've been asking myself, I was able to ask him, whether he answered or not. I was able to put them into words and ask them. I also told him about the tremendous amount of guilt that I have carried for leaving her with him. And I said, I've come to realize that I did not do this, that my actions did not cause her to be murdered, that it's you and you alone, that I'm no longer carrying this guilt, that right now, as at this moment, I am giving you all of the guilt. You will carry it. It is yours to bear. My hope was that I could leave without the guilt on my shoulders. That was my hope.
And you accomplished that?
I accomplished that, absolutely.
How'd that feel to accomplish that?
I felt like I could do this, and I had a Superman outfit on. Couldn't believe I did it.
That's awesome.
It ended with me getting the last word,
Yeah.
that I wanted to go the rest of my life without ever having to see him, and that he may have killed Brittany, but he'll never kill the memory of her that I have. I spent 28 years wondering, okay, when's the next parole hearing? You know, what do I need to do? How do I need to prepare for that? And this was the end. This was the finish line.